in Caracas, where it all starts. During the decade of the 50s, Venezuela grew fastly into a buoyant country. Oil production allowed there to be incredible wealth and economic prosperity, while many social and political changes were transforming the whole city. Infrastructure became a symbol of progress as Caracas exploded in new projects and buildings, and more people left their traditional setting in the historic center of the city to move to the eastern side of the city. Marcos Pérez Jiménez, former president of Venezuela, transformed infrastructure works in one of the primary aspects to develop in the country. During this period, many projects of modernist style were built. Carlos Raúl Villanueva's Ciudad Universitaria, the residential complex of El Silencio, along with the Simón Bolívar Center and several other buildings that, still today, are landmarks within the city. Being the Planchart family, Antonio and Anala, great admirers of modern art and traveling throughout the world, they wanted their dream home to overlook the entire city, to englobe Caracas in one site. This is how the concept of Villa Planchart became, by request of its owners, a house without walls.
Father of modern design, Gio Ponti, 1891–1979. Born and raised in Milan during a period of artistic transition, the young Giovanni Ponti has ambitions of becoming an artist, but his parents expected him to make a decent living. Architect seemed to be his vocation and destiny. In 1921, Ponti graduated as an architect from the Milan Polytechnic. Instead of working in architecture after his graduation, Ponti became the creative director of Richard Ginori Ceramics. His simple shapes, using elegant neoclassic motif, won the Grand Prix at the Paris Expo in 1925, and set the precedent that modern ideas and decoration were not incompatible. In 1928, Ponti founds Domus magazine. Domus becomes one of the most influential design and architecture magazines in the world. Ponti continues to edit Domus and promote his design ideas for the next 50 years. In the late 1920s, Ponti began designing small homes in Milan and introduced ideas such as movable walls and modular furniture. His Pirali Tower was the tallest building in Europe, and its only used glass and steel. This was in the year 1956. Ponti was soon designing buildings and interiors throughout the world. Gio Ponti also supervised the redesign and decoration of the Italian luxury liner Andrea Doria with his protege Piero Fornasetti. Gio Ponti designed both custom pieces of furniture through his own company Fontana Arte, as well as other manufacturers. Thanks to the Domus magazine, the Planchart family learns about this architect and hired him to design their dreamed home, the Villa Planchart in Caracas.
The Planchart couple had made Gio Ponti the request of designing their home, to which Planchart refused. However, after 3 years of exchanging ideas through mail, 4 visits to Caracas made by Ponti himself, and overall a sincere friendship between the couple and the architect, Ponti accepted the request and projected what was to be considered one of the 10 most beautiful modern houses in the world, Ponti's masterpiece. Being the Planchart family, Antonio and Anala, great admirers of modern art and traveling throughout the world, they wanted their dreamed home, to overlook the entire city, to englobe Caracas in one site. This is how the concept of Villa Planchart became, by request of its owners, a house without walls. The idea of a house with panoramic view to be able to see the Avila in the background, with no wall surrounding it, and including a collection of orchids inside, among other structural challenges, was equally unthought of and adventurous. Stylized columns, in combination with a wide array of light effects, made it a beautiful house. The experience that Gio Ponti had gained from working in several design firms became evident by the simple but wise use of pure surfaces. Also, the use of steel and specialty glass allowed the house to flow structurally, and this implied a gain in the direct relation with the outdoors and the view over the city. The movable panels, although not widely used in this project, also represent an advantage when the time came to reinforce this relation. Everything within the 2,000 square meters of the house, including the ceiling, the decorative ceramic tiles, doorknobs, modular furniture, and works of art, was carefully designed by Ponti. The house has an amazing view from which you can see the sunset or sunrise from the opposite side of the house. About the Planchart house, he commented once, "This house is like a butterfly that is still over the hill. It is my prophecy. Here, in the joyfulness of the tropic, modern architecture will blossom under the perfect conditions of blossoming. In other places of the world, architecture is a complicated shelter, a refuge over the plain. Here, architecture is a wing to live under, and in an earthly paradise." During the 1970s, the Planchart family created a foundation so their home became a cultural center, although both of them had passed away. The Planchart villa cannot be sold, and it is protected as a good of cultural interest of our country. Currently, the foundation keeps close ties with the Italian Embassy and the Italian Culture Institute. An authentic architectural masterpiece, Villa Planchart is the exemplification of the modernist movement, a surge of the harmony, balance, and purity found in nature, with the spatial and aesthetic sophistication of the greatest architectural projects of our time.